certain areas of it.
Yeah, like, dude, your T-zone, like, you pluck your nose hairs, your eyes water.
Dude, one
That's
nose hair is
true.
all it takes.
Your T-zone. I like that.
That's
One
what it's
hair.
called.
Is it?
Yeah, it's called your T-zone.
Oh, I like that.
Why?
It's like a Spartan helmet.
That's where you get teabagged.
That's why the Spartan helmet covered, right?
It's got double meaning.
Is that?
No, for real, it is called a T-zone. I don't know why. I'm not a doctor, man. It's probably because it's in the shape of a
Because
T.
it's a T.
That's what
I'm
he
not a
said.
doctor or anything.
I'm
Someone
not
in
a,
the
I'm not a
comments tell us why.
scientologist.
Well, hey, welcome to the new frickin' studio, my friends.
Don't know if you guys noticed.
You don't know. If we run into technical difficulties, I'm sorry, not sorry. I've worked my freaking tail off getting this place pieced together, and we're bound to run into some issues that we will work through.
Have
But
some mercy.
welcome, and if you're new here, I guess you're just welcome, period.
Well, go back and watch an old video and then appreciate
Yeah.
the new studio.
The new one.
Right.
Anyway, I'm Austin. I'll be your host tonight. Let me introduce the table. I'm surrounded by my four best friends. Cam,
Hey.
Chris,
Hello.
Tony,
Hey.
Zach,
Hola.
and I'm not going to lie, it's been about a month and a half
It's been a long time.
since we have last hung out
Yep.
and like done a podcast. So I feel like very much a hangout, just a regular vomit is very much needed right now. Catching us up in our personal lives. I feel like I haven't seen your faces in front. Well, Cam's I see all the time, but I haven't seen the rest of you in a while.
Last night.
Yeah, literally last night. So we waxed our legs. Our walls got to hear some new screams, and a lot of them.
Distance makes the heart grow fonder.
Pretty sure a poltergeist was born last night.
Is
I'm
that
not-
how that saying goes?
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, I missed
I
that
feel like to
hell
a
out of you
point.
guys.
Missed you too.
Distance makes the heart grow fonder until you get to a certain distance. And then it's like, well, I guess that's that.
And see you later.
I mean, it depends on what you find at that distance.
And you get back like,
I mean,
that wasn't so bad.
My ADHD does not allow my heart to grow fonder. I got too much going on.
that's so Austin's distance is about from here to the next room.
Yeah, I'm like, what's going on?
Austin walks back into the room. Hey, where'd you guys come from? Welcome back.
So, let's see. Last we left, I don't remember. You didn't have your screws removed.
I didn't even have surgery yet.
You
I
hadn't
don't
even
think.
had surgery. So
Yeah.
catch us up on the surgery portion.
Yeah.
Because
So-
this dude got in an accident,
Yeah.
rearranged some limbs.
Did more than that.
Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
And
So I went in for surgery. Doctor, so he knew I had a broken bone, like right underneath my thumb in that area. And he, up here in the middle of the wrist, he was like, I can't really see it. He's like, you can see it barely. Like when the X-ray guy like was looking at it, he couldn't even see it. But the doctor's like, I swear there's something there. And he showed the X-ray guy and he was like, actually, I think you're right. So he went in thinking that there was just a small broken bone. They take me in for surgery. They all that stuff, knock me out. Like it'd probably be about 2 hours. We'll be done, out. 4 hours later, I get out of surgery and he goes and talks to my wife and he's like, it was shattered.
completely.
He's like, there was just pieces of bone just everywhere.
Oh, you're like Mr. Glass.
So he had to
How did
move.
he miss that?
I don't know. I don't know if it's.
I mean, have you
don't
looked
know.
at an X-ray?
Yeah, but
I don't know how
I'm
they
not
find
trained.
anything.
Right?
Yeah, I look at
Well,
an
you
X-ray.
mean all the shards of bone everywhere? Is
don't
it
know.
like telltale
Yeah,
signs?
no.
It's
if
just
it
like all the
was-
different. It's like look
He's
at all
like-
the not white spots.
He's
and
like,
white
yeah,
spots.
but I don't get paid to. Exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah, but that's not my job.
Yeah, like it's like sure, I've looked at an X-ray, and when it's a solid white line that should be connected and it's not,
That's
like
a break.
okay, but
Yeah, but clearly it wasn't an obvious one.
No.
If only one
no,
person picked
was,
it up.
It was minuscule. I don't know how they missed it or what they did, but he went in and he had to do a lot more repair to it than he anticipated.
they're looking at the X-ray going, look at all these smudges.
He's under
That's bone.
he's under anesthesia and he just pulls out a mallet. Bam! Oh nope, now it's compact fracture. Or compound.
It's been a slow month.
Compound and compact.
The wife called him up. The wife called him up right before surgery. Said, "Honey, I found this Porsche that I really want." All right, boom.
Oh man.
There's an extra bill.
Sorry.
Sounds about right.
I totally missed it in the X-ray. I don't know how.
My eyes were closed.
They missed some stuff in my MRI. Like, I had to fight workman's comp when I had my shoulder surgery because they forgot they didn't see that my bicep tendon was torn and they thought I did it afterwards.
Your
Yeah.
bicep tendon's in your shoulder?
Well, they did the whole area.
That's the problem.
But the bicep tendon, it hooks into there. So they had to go compare both MRIs and found out that, that it was already torn. Because
Yeah.
your bicep tendon, right, hooks from here to here. And then,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in there.
anyway,
Anyway,
up in there.
Yeah.
You made me think about life.
Well, I don't know, man. I feel like if your bicep tendon tore, it would shoot down like any other tear.
It was
You'd
well,
have
it
like,
wasn't
hanging out
completely
down here.
torn off.
Well, what if it tore down here and it was
So it
Got
split.
you, got
Yeah.
rolled up
They
like
had
a
to do
pack
two
of coins?
surgeries.
He's like, I didn't see it because I just thought you were a skinny kid.
I am a skinny kid.
What's this weird
I'm
logo?
compact for travel.
Anyway,
Easy access.
Oh man.
So, but yeah, so we got all done with that. I ended up having 4 pins in there. I had ones, probably were about yay long. What?
You're pulling my chain.
No, I'm
man.
dead serious.
He sent us the video, dude. It was nasty.
I didn't
So-
watch it.
I
So
did.
they went in and then they curved right down. 2 of them did, and then I had 2 shooting straight across. So he went in, he pulled the curved ones. Those ones were weird when he pulled them. And then I had another one.
You were numbed down, like you were.
No.
What?
When he pulled them out, no, I wasn't.
Ah!
He just yanked them right out.
No.
The one I had, I sent you guys the video. The one he like literally twists.
Ah!
He just keeps twisting and twisting, and then finally it just comes right out.
Oh, I'm getting
Do they
phantom
fill the
pains.
hole with something?
No,
Alden was infatuated.
Does your
with
bone
that.
fill itself in?
I don't know.
I would assume so.
Or
just
amazed.
scar
You just
tissue.
got osteoporosis up in your wrist?
Maybe.
Man-made?
I don't know. But the worst part was, so the 2 that I had going straight across my wrist, somewhere, some way, one of them had popped its way out when it wasn't supposed to. So I go in, see the doctor, all that stuff, and he's like, well, we'll pull it. So he pulls that one out. The other one's in there, and he goes, that one I can't really find. And I'm like, okay.
He's the same guy that.
Right? And
Okay.
he goes,
He needs to get his eyes checked.
well,
I'm worried about this doctor.
he
you
was
bet your
he was
ortho?
kind of feeling around, so that one had stayed like really deep in. So the original process was to get these 2 removed, had to be a surgical remover. Just go in and he could use a really good X-ray machine or whatever and just move them that way. But one had worked its way out and the other one stayed where it was supposed to.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden one day, like my hand was really kind of bothering me. And I could kind of turn my wrist and I could see something poking. And I'm like, that doesn't look good. Next morning I wake up, I get in the shower and I'm washing my hand and I'm like, oh, what's that? Oh, the pin had popped out
By itself.
by itself.
Just free balling in there?
And I'm like, what is going on? So my stupidity, I'm like, well, I got to get this cast thing on. I push the pin back in.
Are you kidding me? You didn't pull it out? Oh
And
my
I call
gosh.
I call the doctor and I let him know what goes on, and he goes, get in the office right now. So I go in the office, and he's like, is it playing peekaboo with you? And I was like, yeah, sure it is.
and
so-
the pin is too.
You can. And so he kind of looks at it, and basically I could get my skin and kind of push down, and you could see the little metal bar just kind of poke out.
Oh gosh.
So he just grabbed it and yanked it out. And he's like, I'm a little worried that you pushed it back in. It might get infected.
Yeah.
Well,
Way
that
to go.
was the magic words, because he puts a Band-Aid on it, lets it go on my way. That night I get home, I take everything off. I told Kara, I said, hey, pull the Band-Aid so I can kind of let things air out, heal up. Oh, she pulls it and all this pus just...
Oh,
And I'm like, yeah, there's the magic word.
He didn't like put something on it or give you an antibiotic or
He
something?
gave me an antibiotic.
Oh, okay.
It makes you wonder, had he left it from you pushing it back in, if it would have gotten infected.
Oh, it probably would
Probably.
have been horrible.
Even worse.
Because then...
Oh, yeah, it would have festered.
Then that night when we went down, that was right around when we met you guys down in Mesquite. And that was the night, like my wrist was killing me so bad. And then, yeah, so it got really infected. I was getting like the hot, cold sweats.
Oh,
It's great.
Have you tried throwing a baseball?
Not yet. But I throw
Just
with my
saying.
right hand.
I was like, he's
so
not a
But
lefty.
have you tried with your left?
It's not his
I've
Doesn't he
seen- I've
break-
seen
yeah,
Rookie
doesn't-
of
I
the
thought he
Year,
broke
man.
his
That was
shoulder.
his elbow.
no, that
or
was his, it was his
His
elbow.
elbow
Hey,
or his
you
shoulder?
know, I don't know. Try
Was it
swinging
his
a golf
shoulder?
club?
No, it was his elbow because it
I
was,
don't remember. That was a good movie though.
Yeah.
It's a fun one.
What about swinging a golf club? Just something. I mean, you just got to test it. You might have a new superpower, man.
I need to do the golf club thing where you talked about. Might make my hit better.
Dude, wear the cast with it. See
All
what
right.
happens.
Done deal.
He's like straight down the fairway.
Dude, it might. What if it is something weird? I'm just saying, you got to test all avenues.
Call you albino tiger.
What? Oh,
Tiger Woods. Siberian.
I was thinking the animal. Like, I was like, what? I'm an idiot.
That's why we love you.
I know.
I'm just kidding. All right, Tony, what's new with you, my guy?
Not
Nothing.
Not
in
a
a month
damn
and a half?
thing.
a thing.
I guess no news is good news.
I pulled out my lawnmower and mowed down my weeds.
What?
That's about it.
How big are your weeds?
Oh, they're getting up there. They're all over the place. I just wish they'd
Or mine
fill
are
in a little bit more.
Look a little more even.
So when I did mow them down, it actually looked nice and green.
Did it dust
But-
you off? Was there a
What?
bunch of dust in between?
No, actually.
Oh, that's good.
It's not too bad. I was worried about hitting a ton of rocks, but I just put the blade up as high as it would go, and I was good.
You should just throw clover down. Just let it spread.
Right.
Why don't you just
I was
weed
just
whack
thinking
it?
that. I saw someone do
Because
that.
it's a big yard.
That's like a.
You got to get one of those push weed whackers. It's got the wheels.
Or a
Have one of
mower.
those.
A mower works great.
Yeah, but the weed whacker, you don't have to worry about hitting like branches and rocks.
Yeah, you do.
No, if you hit a rock with a freaking mower, that's a steel blade.
Yeah.
If you hit it with a weed whacker, it's plastic.
It sends plastic shrapnel at your face.
I'll take plastic over steel any day.
It won't. It'll just ding up your blade.
Mine,
Personal experience.
I had a chunk of wood with my lawnmower, and it dislodged the belt, and the blade stopped spinning.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
I could do
I-
that.
I hit it was an old shovel in our old house. They had left it back there in somewhere, and I found it by mowing down some weeds and everything. And all of a sudden I heard a big old cuckoo.
Dude, it's this.
I was like, what? And I turned it around and it bent my whole blade. And, dude, it was
Dude,
bad.
lawnmowers are so scary when they
Right?
hit hard things. You're just like, ah!
You see
it
those
explodes.
videos of where the blade breaks off and like flies into. Yeah.
No.
Remind me later.
It's Final Destination right
Found
there.
some grass seed for you. That's supposed to be awesome. And it's like low maintenance, stays low. They're using it on golf courses, and it's low water.
Yeah, it's made of plastic.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's actually a natural grass
AstroTurf.
that they messed with a little bit, and it's.
Huh.
I'm putting it in my pasture. It's gonna be sweet.
It's a natural grass that they made not natural anymore.
Exactly. They messed with it. It's a native. Excuse me, a native grass that they messed with.
It's a
But
Frankenstein
they're not paying me,
grass.
so I'm not telling what it is.
Okay.
All right.
Gatekeeping.
Gatekeeping.
Use gatekeeping. So.
Well, until I have personal experience with it.
All right. Yeah, I guess you can't recommend it unless you've had personal
Yeah,
experience.
exactly. But everybody's saying it's the best. So I want him
But
to
who's
be the
everybody?
guinea pig.
Oh, I guess I did.
All the reviews, I know guys personally.
Is
who
it
I've
like
been talking
nice
to
soft
about it.
grass though that you
Yes.
can go and
Yep.
play in?
Yep. Yep. It grows 4 inches a year.
Dude, I'll do that. You never have to mow.
Exactly.
fantastic.
Exactly.
Gosh.
And it's like thick, dark green, great grass.
Where do we get it?
I'm gonna find out. I know where to get it from, but I don't wanna say I'm talking out of my ass till I
Hey,
get
man.
some personal.
That's what I'm saying. You do it, you find it, we'll all experiment together.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll kill all my grass.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I would do it too.
So down.
That's funny.
Lawns,
I
baby.
guess kind of some fun news. Jenny and I had an anniversary.
I thought you didn't have any news.
I didn't until I sat and thought about it. That's our news.
How long now?
16 years.
Holy crap. You got a kid driving. That's how long you've been married.
We don't have a kid driving.
Your relationship can drive.
Yeah, Jenny
Off a
pointed out.
cliff.
Jenny pointed out. She's like 3 more years and I'll have been a Campbell as long as she was a Luckington. It's crazy.
That's weird.
That's crazy, man.
That's
Here, I
didn't
thought
you-
I was proud of our
That's
6 years.
after what you said to us too about we've been out of high school
Yeah.
longer than we were.
This is the very first year that the graduation,
that's what it was.
that the graduating class of high or whatever was not.
Don't
born.
bring that up.
That's weird to me.
Don't bring that up, man. Why you got to bring age?
I still
into
feel
this?
young. At heart.
I'll tell you what, I don't regret being this old at all.
No.
I look at kids nowadays, I'm like, oh man, thank you God, I was born when I was born.
Right?
What's up, brothers?
What is that from? I see people do that all the time now. Drives me insane because I don't know what it's from.
It's dumb. It's not even good.
Is it a TikTok thing?
It's just a kid. His name's Sketch. He does like Twitch videos of watching sports and talking about sports and stuff. And he's just got these goofy little things that he does. He's like, "What's up, brothers?" But he got like weirdly popular, and even like athletic stars, like big athletes, quote him and do that.
Don't they do his like dances and stuff too
Uh-huh.
when they score a touchdown and stuff? Is
Yeah.
that the guy?
Yeah, he's gotten like super popular. I don't know if something's going on. I don't know.
Or not
But he's
going
a
on.
little bit of an interesting kid.
Huh.
You've never seen it?
Dude, honestly,
Because I
no.
remember I kept seeing it, and I was like, I got to figure out what the crap this is. Like, why is this popular?
Research.
Yeah. And his name's Sketch. Look him up.
Honestly, I've been
Alright.
trying to like distance myself from social media. Try to
From
pull
the
back
weirdos?
a bit.
That's all right.
Nah, man, I
Google.
just-
You can find it on Google.
I'll be honest, man. I'm an addict. 100% I'm an addict. And so if
Doom
I have it
scroller?
on my, yeah, dude, I will doom scroll till I die. Like,
See, that's why I got rid of TikTok forever ago. Because Instagram's algorithm, I don't think is as good. Because,
not.
like, I run out of steam. No, like, I think the longest I scroll now is, like, maybe 30 minutes.
See, and I scroll Instagram maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah, like,
See, I can't,
like I start
like-
to run out of steam real fast. I'm like,
Yeah.
cool, move on.
I could get hooked on that
Here's
stuff.
the thing that I'm
I-
tired of with social media is I'm just tired of the negativity on there. Like, it doesn't matter what you get on. You can watch the most wholesome thing, and someone will start a thread of the most disgusting
Oh, the comments are
comments
insane.
that you
I
could
don't
ever
read the
find.
comments.
Well, a
Unless
lot of the videos
I
now
like
are
to-
like people watching a video, then reading the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh gosh, yeah, the reaction.
Tune in next week.
We should react. we make this like crazy long.
Let's talk crap on it real quick.
Well, no, I'm saying we should make this crazy long video of just constantly reacting to the reactions until it goes on forever. Like just react to the react to the react to the react of ourselves even.
I'm with you on that. It's,
Dude, I would actually, that's a great podcast idea, is us watching some of our early episodes.
No, man, that's so cringy.
or some of these videos that go viral and they're just you're like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my
Most
life.
of
Yep.
them.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That drives me nuts. I'm like, is this what our society's come to?
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
I'm like, okay, stop. Yeah, I've stopped with all that for a while.
Well, my biggest thing is it really worth your frustration or the negativity to actually write something down? Like, does it make you feel like a bigger person to
No,
push
there's just-
something into writing and tell people how
There's no consequences.
horrible they might be or how stupid or whatever they might be?
Oh yeah,
Like,
the
well, see,
keyboard
is
warriors are always pansies in real life. They're
I know.
scared.
Well, would you say that to somebody in real life?
Exactly.
No. You'd feel ugly.
Exactly.
You'd feel disgusting talking to people like that.
We've talked about this before though, but at least in my mind, when I look at those comments, I'm like, I don't know how many of these are bots
Yeah. That's
Oh, yeah,
valid.
that's-
that
too.
are just
No, that's true,
inciting
too.
hate. That's all. Like they're just
Terrifying.
Freaking China bots, man.
yeah, dude.
You're not
just
wrong.
trying to
No, because there's
divide.
L's in there.
I didn't get that. I missed that one.
That was a late hitter. That was a late hitter. That took some time.
That was good. I liked that.
I missed it. What'd you say?
Oh, hello.
There's L's in there, so they can't be.
Oh. I heard something about hell and I was like, what?
L's.
Okay, I get it.
It's
Oh,
jokes.
that was good.
Yeah,
that was freaking good.
We
That was freaking
kid, we
good.
joke.
No, but I saw this video just the other day. What's the guy's name? He's that comic book guy. He was in James Silent Bob. He's the short one with the beard.
Oh, Alex. No, Smith. Something Smith.
Kevin
Oh,
Smith.
Kevin Smith.
Kevin
yeah.
Smith. I saw a video with him just like barely, and he looks super skinny and stuff. And he was talking about how he would, like 6 years ago or whatever, he would go see movies and critique the crap out of them, and he'd like tell you everything he hated about it, everything that was bad, all this stuff, blah 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 blah. He then says, like, he's like, I've almost died 6 times in the last, like, 6 years. He's like, I don't have time to waste on that. Like, everything I do now is telling you how much I love something, how much I like it, how great it is. Like, he's like, we don't have time in life to just constantly tell everyone the negative or the bad.
Yep.
I was
Well-
like, this is so true.
And it makes you wonder too if it adds to your or like takes away from your life, like in a time perspective.
Oh, I think
Well, it changes your
heck
perspective of life in general.
Well, I
would-
just mean like your overall length of life if it shortens it being so negative. Because like
Oh, I
100%
can see
believe
that.
prime example, you talk. I mean, there's been research that if you talk nicely to a plant and like it feasts and it'll like grow tremendously.
Well, even not with just plants. I think it was a Japanese scientist did it with bottles of rice,
I saw that.
Yes,
and he speaks really kindly to one, really terribly to another, and then doesn't say anything at all to the third one.
yeah.
And the first one actually, the rice like fermented, and like started to turn to wine and started to smell good and like all this stuff. The one he was talking bad to rotted. It was rotten and black and disgusting. And then the other one was like also not good, but it wasn't as bad. It was like stagnant and just kind of weird. So he showed how encouragement grows, like terrible negativity destroys, and even neglect also leaves like
Eventually
stagnant.
destroys.
Yeah.
And with rice, like it's so wild.
And I want to like almost
Would it
run
be
these
wild
tests
rice?
myself.
Yeah. Well, my
Tell me
nerd,
more.
my nerd's gonna show because I was part of like some Lord of the Rings groups because I like getting people's perspectives, and everybody's just even fans are just always on everybody else's butt about what they think about something. I'm like, I can't do this, so I had to unsubscribe from all of them. It's like, why don't we just enjoy?
That's the biggest thing I've seen about Star Wars.
Oh yeah, it's
lately.
huge too.
Huge. And
Huge
it's
fan
like,
bases that are toxic.
yeah.
Everybody's an idiot. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're an idiot.
I follow. I've like really gotten into Reddit lately, partly because of trying to find topics, things like that. But I've been following a bunch of subreddits. Some of them are like movie ones, and people will just very innocently leave a question of like, I can't think of an example, but like, let's just say, what were your thoughts on this movie? And immediately just negative, and it's just like, how about a genuine comment?
Dude, there's some nerd feuds.
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Ever
And
since ever since Rings of Power came out, there's people who like it, and people who don't like it, and people who say, whatever, and they just bash and clash.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm like, geez,
even with
screw
like
this.
Halo, like the Halo TV
Yeah.
show. And here's the thing, like, yeah, it doesn't, like, in a lot of cases they're correct. It doesn't follow the actual story.
Right.
It's something different. But my mindset is, instead of just be pissed off, negative, and not even give it a chance, I'm like, I'm just gonna watch it like it's any other sci-fi show.
Or if you have
It's
that
not
big-
Halo. I'm just watching a cool
Right.
sci-fi show.
We've talked
Yeah,
about this.
It's
yeah.
funny. I did the same thing with Ready Player One. Mm-hmm. Read the book. Book is
Fantastic.
phenomenal.
Book is so good.
Love the book. Watch the movie. There are so many things that are so different, but the movie is so good.
Like, isn't
you
it-
watch them separate of each other and not try to compare them. They are both so good
Oh,
on
yeah.
each level.
Or
if
because
you
even the
have-
first the race thing,
Yeah.
it doesn't even exist.
No, it's not
in the
even
book
in the
at
book.
all.
Yeah.
The whole first key is completely different.
But it's still so
But the race was
good.
dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that movie. I've
Yeah.
never read the book.
So
Oh,
good.
the book is just, it's great.
I feel like when you get into book to movie, that starts a lot of feuds.
Oh, it does.
If you have a problem, don't watch it. Right? Just don't watch it then.
So I don't read.
You can't throw a 16-hour book into a 2-hour movie. I'm sorry. It
You know what's
doesn't
fun
work.
too? In the movie, you know the robot that what's his name? The samurai guy that he pilots? That's a Gundam. That's the OG Gundam.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I was like, it's freaking dope to see that in CGI live action.
To expand on the hatred, I mean, clearly you can find it anywhere. Because even in, like, obviously I'm a big fan of NFL. So you get on NFL and everyone's got an opinion. And there's always debates on who's better than who. And, like, even something as minute as jerseys. People are like, either love them, hate them, or this is garbage. And it's just like, my gosh, man, can we not just enjoy?
I think the problem
yeah.
too is that a lot of people assign intent to things that were unintentional.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like,
Explain.
so they're like, oh, they purposely made this jersey black and gold to, I don't know, to shun
To honor
pirates.
this.
I don't know. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
okay.
like they act like there's an intelligence behind every single thing that happens, and I'm like, some crap just happens.
You're like, dude, I just thought it
Nobody
was dope.
plans this out,
I just thought those are 2 dope colors.
right? It's just, yeah.
And it was coincidental that it released on this day. You know. I
Yeah,
don't know.
exactly. Things like that. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, they released it on 420 because they're all wheat. It's like, maybe that was just the next Friday that they wanted to put it out. Like,
They're like, oh, they released a white jersey on Black Pride Month.
exactly. Like they act
Come
like,
on!
like they
Right.
act like they're seeking, like
They're seeking to be
reason.
offended.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
Oh, an all white jersey during Pride Month? What?
Right?
How dare you?
Did you see
Your
Skittles?
privilege is showing.
No,
Skittles.
what did they do? They have a rainbow.
Their
That's their
pride bag is all white.
thing. Yeah, it's been like that for years.
I know, but it's funny because they're like only one rainbow matters this month, and it's like their
Wait.
bags are all white.
Wait, isn't their motto "Taste the Rainbow"?
Yeah, but not during Pride
I
Month.
get it though.
But
It's
they're
taking
white.
the focus off of their candy and putting it into.
On the flags.
Yeah,
Okay.
and celebrating
I can see that.
whiteness.
No, they're celebrating the flag.
that's what I'm
They're
talking about.
celebrating lack of color.
But if I'm focusing on intent
See?
like you're saying,
I'm assigning them intent.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's-
what?
It's funny you say that about football. Like, y'all know I'm a huge pro wrestling fan.
Yeah.
No,
And so, right? That's news. Whew. No, but it's like the same in that genre too, because you've got WWE, AEW, 2 different promotions.
Wait, root beer?
Yeah, exactly.
the good stuff.
AEW.
AEW.
Oh.
Not A and W.
I
But
E means and in Spanish,
It's-
but whatever.
it's the time in many years that it's actually really fun to be a pro wrestling fan. But yet the same thing, you've got people who it's like, if you like WWE, you're the worst person in the entire world, and you can't have a conversation with them. But if you like AEW, same thing, can't have conversations with them. Like it's the arguments, like the NFL stuff. It's the most minute stuff. Instead of just sitting back and enjoying what each promotion is putting out, because they're not on the same nights, they're not anything like that. They're just 2 different promotions.
But
like,
have you looked at Logan Paul? What a douchebag. I'm kidding.
But he is so
He's so good as
far
a-
more talented
Yeah.
than like some of the wrestlers that have been doing
I
it for
can't
years.
hate. The dude is a
Did you
freaking
see
rock
he's
star.
fighting in Mike Tyson's place now?
No,
brother?
what?
The 2 brothers are gonna fight.
That's not even the same. I
That's
wanted to see
not-
Mike
that
Tyson
can't
kick his
be.
butt.
100%.
Are
Logan
they gonna
Paul's
do?
fighting Jake. Pull it up.
Unless they just
Is that
put
real?
it, unless they just put it out there as a clickbait. But
say, so Mike
his
Tyson
brother
fight never
stepped
happened?
up and said, "All right, since Mike's out,
Oh, that's 100%
Who backed
clickbait.
out of that fight?
No one did.
No
They
one did.
It's
postponed it.
postponed.
Yeah,
That's
Tyson
what I
had
thought.
a
I was like, it
medical-
wasn't canceled. It was
Yeah, Mike Tyson just had to postpone it a little
He
bit.
had a medical emergency or whatever. Just
Oh.
kind of set him back.
oh.
I don't know what it was. Was it?
Some that put him in the emergency.
He's
They
like,
room.
on a-
say that. I don't know if it's true. I don't know.
He ran out of the juice.
Even if that dude came out in a wheelchair, I'd still be terrified.
I wouldn't say that to his face though.
No, dude.
That dude would eat me for breakfast.
Sir, we respect you.
I
We
don't
do,
see
big
anything
time.
about them fighting.
yeah, it was probably just clickbait."
Sneaky buttholes.
Yeah, there was something. It was like a tweet thread between the 2, and then it ended with them like, "Loser has to change their last name."
To the other one's first name. Jake Logan. Logan Jake.
I'm not. I'd be rooting for Logan anyway. So
Oh, yeah.
He's less.
yeah,
Is
He's
Logan
less-
the wrestler?
yeah,
And
He's
then
the older brother.
Jake is the
yeah. Jake's
okay.
the complete.
Which,
douchebag.
what a 180, man. What a 180
I
that
know.
guy's career is going
What was
through.
that? I'm dialed in. I'm dialed in.
Yeah, that's Jake.
Yeah, that's Jake.
What
He's-
was that?
he's-
Coming to the back door.
No, he says absolutely dialed.
Oh, that's what it is.
Absolutely dialed.
He's so like off-putting. Like WWE had him on one of their pre-shows, and the things that he was doing, he's never been asked to come back.
Really?
Yeah,
Because he just sucks.
he's just
an idiot and he ruins everything around him.
Well, did you see what happened? Like the video that he posted when Mike Tyson had to postpone? He was out like crying in the rain next to his pool. You're like, come on, man. No one's buying that.
Someone's on the side of the camera with the hose, like, making it look like it's raining.
Someone behind them with like a weird sheet that's just like,
Yeah.
the thunder.
Have you ever played with one of those?
Yeah, it's freaking
dope.
fun.
They're so awesome. Where'd you play
Anything
with
that
it?
wobbles, dude, I'm just like,
Where'd you play with it?
it wasn't like a legit. It
That's
wasn't
a
like
very-
a legit one,
that's a
but at
very
work we
personal
have
question.
some like leather ones that have metal in the middle of them,
right.
and it's like, whoa. I can't even do the sound.
Very personal question.
You don't just ask him, man.
Hey,
Yeah.
no, I do.
My
'Cause
thunder
I-
stick.
Because I played with mine at Universal Studios.
There you go. I think that's
I wanna
probably why
play
you
with
can't go
one
back.
Yeah, that's
I
also
play
why I
with
got a blue
yours?
dot.
Is that why you got
mean-
banned?
Sure.
Okay, I want to play with one.
I got one for you. Don't worry.
I do.
We're children.
100%.
We're
Love
children.
it.
All right.
Oz, what's new with you?
Oh, man, I don't. Just everything.
Yeah.
Everything. No, I don't know. It's just work-life balance, but also like we found out our. I laugh because it's a form of
Coping.
coping. But we found out the other day. Well, I don't know. Maple might be dying. We don't.
Whoa.
Really know. Yeah, dude. I don't know.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Whoa.
The freedom.
Whoa. Just kidding.
No,
Joke.
So she has two big growths on her belly that popped up within like 2 weeks, and we took her in, got her tested, and they came back as tumors, but they were benign tumors. But then, since we've been back home after the testing and everything, she's got a third one coming up. So it's like,
Now, benign means not cancerous.
Right.
well, it's it's just not spreading.
Yeah. Okay.
And so it's almost like, man, at this point, it just almost feels like a ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
I've been dealing with that with Sage for years.
Oh, for years?
Yes, years.
Oh, okay.
What do you
Yeah.
do with them?
Just wait. Just. I'm joking.
Let nature take its course.
No,
what are we
I
to
lo-
intervene?
Walking out of the garage.
Oh, we just lost. We lost everybody. I'm sorry.
The hills have eyes up in here.
Because here's the thing, okay?
I do the same thing. I cope.
Right?
Cope.
Sometimes you have to cope with comedy,
That's
man.
the way I do it.
But we asked him, like, what does it cost to remove a tumor? And he's like $1,300.
Yeah, it's not
Per
worth it.
tumor?
Bro, give me
Yeah,
the
I'm like-
scalpel. Give me the scalpel.
I'm like, dude,
I got this.
I'm like, I can't
You
afford, like, if they're just going to keep popping up, like, I
Right.
can't, that's not sustainable.
No.
That's not responsible.
There's no way veterinarians
the-
cost that much.
Dude,
Like they're
there's-
freaking. I know they're stupid.
Well, it's the same thing with Thor. Thor had a cancerous spot pulled up twice.
Really?
And we had we had both of them removed, and on the second one he was like, we can send it in for an extra $500 and see if it's cancerous or not. And I was like, okay, and if it is cancerous, what's the ploy after that? Well, we can get him treatments and send it
Chemo.
in and chemo for dogs. And
Which
I'm like,
expensive.
and that's just more expensive. I was like, you know what, if it is cancerous and say we got 2 years left with him, I'd rather have that 2 years be a great period and
Right.
Yeah.
play with him and
Yeah. How
make
do
it the
we-
best time of his life than
Right.
trying to go through all these chemo
till it
stuff and
starts
spending the
affecting him.
money
Yep.
and Kara was like, you really wouldn't spend the money? I was like, no, like,
No.
I'm sorry, let him live out the rest of his life, be happy, he passes.
This is
It
why
sucks, but it is what it is.
the episode that we talked about being a dog person, but like not, I can't remember how we
Yeah,
worded it.
yeah.
It's like that's where I'm at 100%. I love dogs, I love pets and animals, but I don't want any. And this right here solidifies it.
Well, yeah, we're
It's
we're
so
in a
dumb.
different stage of life.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know,
So can I-
other things have.
Can I ask,
for
is it a
yourself.
boxer thing?
It
Because
is
Maple
very,
and Thor are
It is.
boxers.
it is
Are they?
very prevalent in boxers.
Yes, it is.
And so in my like Googling WebMD PhD, you know, it came up as like hemangios. I can't remember what it was. It was some sort of sarcoma, or I can't remember. But anyway, it was like, oh yeah, dog's gonna die in like 1 to 3 weeks, because it was like, and those things, I'm not kidding you. They popped up within
Yeah.
a week. They
Yep.
went quick,
Neville started getting them.
and so I was like, oh my gosh, we might only have a month.
Yeah.
Not even. And so when they came back benign, you're like, oh, okay. But now a third one's here, and I'm like, well, gosh, I don't know. I don't know what you do. Like, after you hear the price of surgery, you're like, I don't even.
No. How old is Maple?
She's 8. Yeah, and boxers don't.
As a
like,
boxer,
they live 8 to 10. It's
yeah.
like their standard life expectancy. So it's like
Let her live out the rest of her life as best as you
Yeah.
can. Like,
my fear is that she'll pass
And the kids will find her.
in like the living room or something, and then like Micah goes up and is like,
Good night.
she's not moving.
you'll
She's in for the long sleep, honey.
Oh, she's out.
I know a good taxidermist.
And then for the rest of his
Get some
life, it's like up on a
animatronics.
shelf. You gotta move it around.
Have you ever seen King of Queens?
I'm just kidding.
Yes, I love King of Queens.
So do you remember
I
the
see, like-
episode with his childhood dog? And he legitimately thought that this dog has lived his entire life because
they-
his parents just kept buying the same dog.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's what you could do. Just go buy another boxer. Looks like Maple.
Oh man.
So Sage, I've been dealing with that for years with her. Took her to the vet. They said same thing, benign. It's a fatty tumor, but it had calcified or calcium around it or something.
Yeah.
But
Sounds right.
They said that it's just gonna keep happening, and she's got a few. And I just I'm just still treating her the same as long as it doesn't impede on her
Yep.
living
Well-being.
I guess, like quality of life.
Yeah.
We just treat her the same and don't touch those areas because they're kind of gross feeling.
Dude, 100%. They're
Don't
dude,
pet
it's
it.
way gross. The funny thing is so on top of all that, she also had crazy allergies, and so before I even took Maple in, I was preparing for the worst news. Right, like my dog's gonna die, and so I was like, I asked him, I'm like, I don't want like, what does it cost to, euthanize a dog? Just mentally preparing. And they're like, oh, it's like $80. I was like, okay, that's, whatever. So then it comes back, everything's fine. That hospital bill just to test the things was like $200+.
Just to see.
Just to see if they
That's
were.
the stupidest part.
Yep.
And then it was like, well, and then also to, okay, now that I know she's okay, now we got to take care of her allergies. And it was like, well, aside, we'll get her this shot, and the shot was $180.
Yeah, dude. It's
And I was like, oh my gosh, dude, it's like a third of the price to literally kill your dog
yeah.
than to like give her allergy medicine. It's ridiculous.
I have a threshold on how much I'm going to spend. I do.
What is it?
yeah, I do.
$80.
Give me a
No.
number.
I won't.
$100 is $100.
No, we go for a nice long walk.
It's like a 22.
Somebody's not coming home. Just kidding.
Out in the
But
Last-
How much is one bullet?
it's a 22 shell. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a threshold, and everybody says I'm a monster because of it. It's like, no, I'm not gonna spend my out of house and home
Yeah.
on a dog. I love my dog, but I don't love my dog like I love my kid.
Well, they're not.
It's
they're
not
not
the
even in
same.
the same realm.
Exactly.
At all.
It's wild because
People get weird when you say that.
Dude,
Though.
I know, and I guarantee we'll get comments under this, but like,
It's like with
dogs are not children.
I love my dog.
Have you seen-
They're
I
pets.
love my dog.
All
I've got
the-
a lot
all
of good
the-
memories.
videos and memes and different things out there with Mother's Day just getting over, Father's Day coming up, and it's like it doesn't count for like
Yeah,
pet
doesn't-
owners.
doesn't
Like
count, you know.
who was it? Was it you that shared the Family Guy thing where they're all putting their hands in the circle, and then the guy with the pegged arms and legs goes to put his, and Peter's like, no, and he brushes it off, but it's like as each hand goes in, they're labeled like. Daughter owner, son, or not owner, but it's like
Is that what I am? Is that what we are?
Yep, daughter owners.
but it's like it does that.
Well, it's kind of different for you.
I own 2.5.
No, I meant like the adoption.
Oh, I still
It was a joke.
there. I am.
Bad
a daughter
joke.
Owner.
All right,
I am
go
a
on.
daughter owner.
But anyway, when he goes to
I know.
put
I
his
bought
little
my
peg
daughter.
in there,
I bought my daughter.
Oh, that's fun.
It's
Anyway.
wild.
But no, you're right. Like it's so.
Well, and here's the wild thing. 5 years ago, before I had Micah, I would have argued with you because, like, I would have killed for Stella.
Well, and that's
But I
that's
didn't
the thing.
understand the other side.
Dogs aren't created equal either. I've had some
No, yeah,
dogs.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
No,
I have
dogs
more
are
of an
not created
attachment
equal.
to
Yeah.
than another dog, and it's not like I'm not trying.
Sorry.
But Timber, my husky, I love that dog. I mean,
Yeah.
and I love all my dogs, but I had a better connection with Timber.
Special bond.
Oh yeah,
Timber was sweet.
Yeah,
I love that dog.
Oh.
He
that
was-
dude was like a lone wolf, man.
Yeah, that's how it
He
was
just-
about Snickers.
Wander the yard, and he'd always stand so proud and look at you with his gazing blue eyes.
Oh, gosh, he was sexy.
he melted me. But he
No,
was
that
just
is true.
such a good, like his personality was awesome.
He was cool.
Oh, he was just. And Sage is cool, but she's crazy. She's a crazy dog.
Yeah.
She's awesome, and when we're out hunting or whatever, that's awesome. But at home, sometimes like knocking kids over and like you're like, hey, just chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
That's freaking Allie. Like same thing. Allie recently, like just this last week, she had a hematoma in her ear. So her ear was like a balloon.
Oh, I
Just
hate
full of
that,
blood.
dude.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Because she has like some allergies and like her ear gets
Yep.
super itchy, so she like rubs it on the floor.
And then shakes.
And one random day, it just like,
Yep.
and we're like, oh freak, what is this creature?
The worst is when the end of the ear splits and then they start shaking blood all over your house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, we took her in. They laced it or whatever and like drained it and stuff. So now she looks like Buzz Lightyear because she has this weird purple thing that's on, and then this like blow up cone. It's freaking hilarious.
I know. I'm
But
gonna
like
get.
she'll just sit there and like. And I'm like, shut up! Like, stop breathing!
She turned into a pug.
Like, get out of here!
Listen, I'm gonna get some comments about. Well, you need to exercise your dog more. And I exercise the crap out of that dog. She doesn't have an off switch.
Yeah.
She exercises you.
She does.
That's funny.
Freaking animals.
But that was a long tangent. So anyway, that's going on.
I'm sorry.
It's all right, man. It's like
Hopefully, it's the same situation where it's still years. It's not gonna
yeah,
a long time.
long time.
Long
It's
time.
okay. Like you said at the beginning of this episode, your ADD will kick in. You will forget you even had a dog.
Just give her some Make-A-Wish moments.
Give her chocolate or something?
I've seen that. No,
Don't
no
they
joke.
wish for chocolate?
No joke. I saw a video where this veterinary hospital, when dogs are being brought in to be euthanized, they give them chocolate.
Really?
Yeah, so they give them chocolate, allow them to taste it, and then they take them back to euthanize
That's
them.
cool.
And it's because their thing is they have like a little thing that just says every dog deserves to taste chocolate or like something. I don't know. It was like
Every
yeah.
dog deserves
Screw
to
raisins.
die with chocolate in the
Raisins are toxic.
Are they?
Oh, Sage when she
and they're
was-
not even worth it.
Well, grapes are.
not even a little.
Lisa made raisin cookies, and Sage ate the whole thing. I had to go get her stomach pumped. That was disgusting.
Holy crap!
You didn't hit her with the what is it? The hydrogen peroxide.
It was too late because she got into the house. No, she was in the house. Lisa had the cookies up high, and she jumped on the counter and then got to the cookies up on a shelf.
gosh.
Yeah, she was smart. She's smart.
So clearly, she ate
Yeah,
a whole
real smart.
thing
She
of
ate a-
cookies.
She didn't
He ate a
know.
whole bunch of raisins. Real smart. Chris.
She thought they were chocolate chip.
Like she. Yeah. Yeah. She's
Yeah, real
we've
smart
all
dog.
been fooled.
Right? Damn raisin cookies.
Hey, we all eat sugar, and it's killing us.
Dude, I love
100%.
raisins. I don't
Slowly.
understand the hatred. I personally love raisin cookies.
I only
do too.
do when there's cinnamon.
I like
this
chocolate covered
I
raisins.
feel like Zach's got my back on this.
What?
raisin
Yep.
cookies.
What about them?
What's your stance?
Oatmeal raisin cookies are
Yeah.
delicious.
Ah, see, I told
Yeah.
you. Zach's got my back.
I like the old, like when it's this with the hint of cinnamon. They're actually not.
Oh, don't backtrack now.
So she makes these cookies
Oatmeal
that have.
raisin and sorry.
Don't go for it.
No, go.
She makes these
off.
raisins that it's like a clump of like caramel and raisin in the center of it. So when you bite into it, it's all gooey with raisin. Oh, it's so good. So good. It's so good.
Caramel, fantastic. But you throw a turd in there like a raisin.
Raisins are great, man.
It's a caper. No, it's a rat turd.
It's the same thing as chocolate covered raisins. Those are fan.
Fantastic.
Those are good.
The yogurt covered ones?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know what
I've
that makes
had
me
those.
want?
Those
Some
are
true
good.
fruit, bro. Huh? True fruit. True fruit. The like chocolate covered raspberries. and Oh
raspberries.
my
Yep.
gosh.
Those are really good.
Have you had the coconut
It's like
ones?
they're the little frozen ones.
Gross.
I haven't had
I
the
think I
coconut ones.
have had those.
the coconut ones.
The raspberry ones are
Do
the
you know
best.
what? She should make cookies out
Pineapple
of
ones,
the
too.
oatmeal or the yogurt covered raisins. Put them in there. A cookie.
Ooh, what is it? Brookstone? They make some really
Dude,
good. Like
Brookstone's amazing.
there's every friggin' fruit that they cover in chocolate is
Yeah.
gold.
but it is so bad. Have you looked at the nutrition level on them?
I don't read that. What's the point?
You have been lately.
It's fruit.
It's like if I'm gonna eat it, I don't want to feel guilty about it.
They have the pomegranate ones that are really good.
Yes.
Blueberry.
The blueberry one's really good too.
Boy.
Actually, this does make me
Are
want a fruit
Brookstone the
smoothie.
ones in the like Ziploc bag that?
It's like white
yeah.
and like fancy writing and stuff.
Okay.
My favorite thing ever. My wife calls blueberries bloobs.
Bloobs. Bloobs? Pass me some bloobs.
You want some bloobs? Hell yeah.
Bloob it up, bro.
I love blueberries.
You want some bloops? Yeah, I do. And the blueberries.
Not what I thought you said. Not
Have you
what I
ever
thought.
Missed a letter. Sorry.
Have you ever had blueberry buckle?
No.
Oh my.
What is that?
My mom makes blueberry buckle. It's like a cake, kind of, but not really. It's like a mix between a cake and a cobbler, but it's blueberry.
I was gonna. Yeah, I've had that.
Makes your knees buckle?
Do you put white chocolate chips in it?
No.
I'm thinking of something else.
No. Only
No, we don't. But I would try it. I'm sure that's a
he practices
variation.
DEI. They're all brown.
And then there's a crumble on top of it.
Oh, gosh.
There's a crumble. What?
That took a second.
DEI.
Just like, you talking like Little Mermaid now?
Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Ah,
Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
The little animated
I
mermaid.
thought it was hilarious.
Dude, every single character is black.
So what do you think it was? Genocide? They just killed all the old ones?
Dude, I'm like, at least you're trying to do inclusion and you're excluding an
video.
entire race.
I thought it was hilarious that the caption on there where it was like people getting mad at Disney for turning Ariel black. They went and did this and turned them all black just to piss you off.
I'm not even. Here's the thing: it's just the premise. It's
No.
like you're trying to be inclusive while excluding entire races.
I started thinking about it though, like
Hypocritical.
It's very hypocritical.
wouldn't it
I
make
don't even care if there's no white, but throw in a Mexican now.
Bro.
Where's your Asians? Come on. Anyway,
wouldn't it make more sense that Ariel would be black
no.
because of where she is at? Like
Under the sea?
the crab is Jamaican. Why? I mean,
I guess
what
it's
makes
a
me
myth
think
of-
like
it
I'm trying to
depends on-
remember
that
the
makes
actual.
me think they're like in Jamaica or
which
something.
sea she's in.
I mean, if
Well,
she
She could be in
close-
the Indian Ocean and be Indian.
Well, here's the thing. Okay,
Where's the
scientifically speaking, melanin
Melanin.
is through evolution. So around the equator, you have more people with darker skin.
yeah,
It was
because
also
of evolution. But underwater, UV light doesn't penetrate. So you would be white, or like more white than you, opaque,
So
maybe
the
even
clear-
deathly looking.
So the fact that they made her ginger to begin with is pretty spot on.
it's more quote unquote scientifically accurate.
the mythology of it too. I think.
Fair enough.
What are you looking that up?
well, it's also the original book was written by
Roten.
Why?
Yeah, Roten.
Roten.
It was written by it's Danish. It was by a Danish author.
Yeah.
Oh, so all they knew was white and red.
Pretty much.
Zach wouldn't know. He's not Dutch.
Minglish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Wouldn't
Anyway.
they may be like a shark, dark on top and white on the bottom.
They'd be like gray. Yeah, they'd almost look sickly.
You know what I mean?
It's
when
like
They would look like fish.
Yeah.
have you seen
Do eye
Cabin in the
sharks-
Woods? We've all seen that, right?
Yeah.
You know when he always hopes that they awaken the merman,
Uh-huh.
and then that one scene when you see it and it's just this god awful creature.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? That's basically what it would be.
Oh yeah.
It'd
You know
be
why sharks that way,
monstrous.
by the way?
What?
Do you know why sharks that color that way?
Gray
Yes.
and
Why they're
white.
gray?
Because when you're looking down, you see the darkness of the ocean. When you're looking up, you see the sunlight coming through the
Oh, it's an
surface.
evolutionary like
Yeah.
Camouflage.
camo.
Isn't that cool?
That's
I
wild.
did know that.
It's cool.
Oh, that's it. That is cool.
There was like a killer whale that killed a great white recently.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that.
They do it. Yeah.
Killer whales are scary, man. And we were all led to believe that freaking Willie should be freed.
The only
He's out there murdering.
The only fatalities on humans is when they're in captivity.
Rude.
They're still terrifying.
Well,
They're-
I would kill
they're-
somebody if they captured me.
They're pack
True.
hunters too.
Yeah, they are.
Yep.
Seen that
They're
video.
smart.
They're so
Very
smart.
smart.
And they have a dialect. From different
Yeah,
parts
I've
of the
heard
world,
that.
they have different dialect.
What?
Yeah. they can tell from hearing the killer whale which part of the world and what
How do
part of the
we
ocean.
know that? How do we know that they know?
Tons of research.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Where are you from?
some guy at Harvard's just like, hey, watch this. I'm going to make something up, and they're going to believe it because I wrote it, and I graduated from
Bro, there's
Harvard.
people who have done that. Who have written like
Really?
papers and then gotten people to
Oh yeah.
read them
Yeah,
and
yeah,
endorse
yeah.
them, and then they came out and they're like, "This was all fake."
No way.
Yep.
We're going to have to dive into that on the podcast.
Science.
Dive in.
Dive in.
Where are we at?
Like
The
Free Willy.
grenades?
What else
Anything
is new?
Chris, you got anything to do?
Well, don't leave on that note. What's going good in your life?
Going good, dude. I just got back on from vacation.
Yeah, how was that?
Went on a cruise. Went to Harry Potter World. Kids were great. Lucas had croup.
Oh, damn.
Oh no.
We were talking earlier because how we didn't podcast right before we left because I wanted to make sure we didn't get sick. And then we got sick, and I told Tony, I'm like, actually, it's a blessing because if we had gone and gotten sick, I would have been like, fucking Tony. You know what I mean? Like,
He would
he
have
brought
blamed
it.
you immediately.
Even though I wasn't the one sick, but my kids were.
I know. I would have
and-
been like, he was it. He was the reason.
you could show up, he could get sick the next day from something he caught 2 weeks ago, and he's like, "Freaking Tony."
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Well, they
dare
say
you.
that that's how it usually is. I mean, you even said the research that you would get it from weeks prior.
yeah.
Incubation period.
Incubation.
But I would have been bitter. And you would have been my scapegoat.
Sounds like I still am.
No. You're clear, man. I made sure.
Did you talk to him on the phone? That's
The
how
transmitter.
fast
Text.
digitally. They're digital.
I should have
digits
called
now.
him. Like, you son of a bitch.
How dare you?
You passed it digitally, didn't you?
It's a virus, digital virus.
So that was great, you know? Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, they're going good now.
Neat.
Cam, Chris, you don't have to share.
It's been interesting.
It's about all.
That's
we've
all
been
I'm gonna
able to-
say.
That's all we've gotten.
But
Cam?
no,
I
I
was
got
gonna
some
say.
good news.
Oh, okay.
I bought a recreational lot.
Nice.
Yeah, what kind of recreation?
Put my camper on it.
Thunder, Thunder sticks.
It's part of a 6,000 acre ranch, and I've got my own half-acre lot there.
He puts a camper on it for other recreational things.
I can
camping.
hunt it.
Smoking the ganja. I don't really know what that is. What is it?
Marijuana.
Is that what it is? I don't know. I don't know the terms.
Smoking the reefer. Ganja.
I don't know.
Devil's lettuce.
I like that one. That's fun.
I was listening to I was listening to one of Daniel Tosh's podcasts, one of his episodes, and I can't remember the guest, but they got on the topic of like, have you ever done drugs? And he's like, nope. He's like, never done drugs. He's like, I've never even done marijuana. And then he stops and he's like, I feel like that's the least drug one. So like, if I haven't done that, then the rest speaks for itself.
Oh,
Like, oh, that's
I mean, it is legal in a lot of states.
Lainey's getting big. She's laughing, finally.
Oh, fun, dude.
Yeah, starting to. She loves Alden.
Nice.
She'll laugh at Alden,
that's awesome.
but nobody.
Really? She won't laugh at you?
No, dude. No, I got a giggle, but she'll laugh at Alden. Laugh at
Oh,
him.
that's fun.
Yeah, he'll
so
sit and do
cool.
these weird little dances in front of her, and she just screams laughing.
That's great.
Yeah, it's great. He's loving it. He's like, this is what I've been waiting for. Because at first, it's not a lot. You're holding them.
Potatoes.
Yeah.
So now her personality's coming out. He's like, I've been waiting for this. She's going to play with me now. I was like, okay, calm it down a bit.
Yeah.
She's still got some growing.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's fun. It's fun.
That's where we're
It's
at.
exhausting.
Jude and Reggie will play fight, and even though Jude is 8 years older than him, like
Yeah.
they'll play fight, and it's freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
What's funny is Reggie will end up hurting Jude.
Really?
Yeah, because I made the joke. I'm like, it's like a baby rattlesnake. They say they're more dangerous because they can't control how much venom they pump into you.
Yeah.
And that's basically Reggie. It's like Reggie's strong enough to hurt Jude.
He's a
and-
biter.
No. Yes. Actually, no, he is.
Oh,
I
is he?
hate it.
Oh, he
We'll flick him in the lips. Like, I'm like, knock it off. He has,
don't bite.
He's growing out of it a lot, but oh yeah. But anyway, he'll just fight. Like he'll just fight and kick and stuff and just play fight. But he he doesn't know his own strength, so he's aggressive. Where Jude knows how to pull his punches, you know. So, but yeah, it's funny.
He's like those kids that'll go up and just randomly kick you in the crotch.
Pretty much.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's fun watching him though. And then he'll like, it's so funny because he's got this toy gun and he's got style. Like he goes through the house with this thing, like it's like Call of Duty style. I'm
Which
like,
one? Jude?
Reggie.
Oh, Reggie?
Reggie's like going through. He's got it like up and he's going around the corners.
He's got a good mount.
Yeah, looking for Jude because Jude's doing it too. But I mean, I would see it more from Jude because he's old enough to know. And
Technique
but like
going on.
yeah, I'm like, I'm over on the side like clear your corners. Like,
That's awesome. Pew pew. So one of the things Paige wanted when we were at Harry Potter World was a sword. And so I ordered her a sword and it showed up and they have been playing wizards and like Paige is like the defender. She'll go around like hacking things and I'm like, this is
guardian.
pretty sweet, man. I love watching
The
them get
knight.
all into it.
Yeah.
it's the sword of Gryffindor.
Well, it's supposed to be the sort of Paige thing from Dumbledore. You know, she got a special care package from Dumbledore.
Did-
2 days
did she-
delivery from Amazon.
Does she not know he's dead?
No. We haven't got past the first book.
Oh.
The first book started to turn a little dark for their ages, and I was like, we're good. But they enjoy the game and the lore and, whatever.
So good.
It's just witches and wizards, man. They just love it.
Nice.
So,
Cam or Chris, anything else?
anything else, man?
Okay. No, it's going. Life's just going. Busy. Busy as ever.
On the kid thing, dude, Lucas is like right there as far as walking. He is.
Busy.
He's so scared of walk. Like the minute you let go of him, he freezes. Then he'll dive for you. But you could tell by the way he walks between things. Oh, dude, you could walk from here to there easy, no problem right now. It's just the fear
Now
of
it's
it.
just the mental.
That's
Yeah.
how Layla is.
Lainey is loud. She's gonna be a terror.
Yeah?
Alden was such a reserved,
Second
quiet
child, baby. Second
kid.
child.
Yeah, dude,
She
they're wild.
is. It's my house. The Hummel house is gonna get a lot louder because she just screams and makes all sorts of noises. She wants to be mobile, and so she's super strong. Like she gets so frustrated if she's just sitting there. So I'm like, okay, let's go for a walk while Dad mows the lawn, and you know what I mean. Just have to do all that stuff because she does not want to just sit still.
Really?
Oh yeah,
Is she?
Put her in a little carrier, man.
that's what I
Is
did.
she at
Yeah.
the walker age where you could put her in a walker?
No, she's barely bouncer age right now.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And she's starting to like that. She just wants to be independent.
Nice.
Yep. Different personalities.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
They're crazy. Kids are crazy.
Kids are crazy.
It's fun.
But Layla's at that right now. Like she wants to be crawling around or moving. She likes to, like, she'll walk between like the couch and other things just with one hand. And I'm like, you can just walk, just do it, just like
Yeah.
walk, let go.
Yeah, I don't know why. The same thing, man. It's
Yeah.
like they're scared.
She's flying though.
It's like when they get to riding a bike and training wheels, and you're watching them, and it's like you've got the speed and the technique. I could take those off, and you'd be just fine. But it's the mental game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because she's got like her 2 buck teeth coming in, and she gives the cheesiest smile right now. Like she'll just be like, and it's, oh my gosh, it's the cutest thing in the freaking world. I love it, especially because like you put her down and she'll like crawl to like the end of the front room where we usually tell her to stop, and we'll be like, "Where are you going?" And she'll sit up and look back, and she's like, and then take off, and you're like, "Get back here, you turd!" It's so
I'm not
funny.
gonna tell you, but I'm on my way. Oh, that's funny,
I
man.
freaking love it. She's doing awesome. But yeah, I mean, kids are doing great. Me and Scarlett, we just 3D printed a whole buttload of like expandable katanas,
Oh.
and we just
So
sword
the
fight
ones
all
that
over
you
the
can,
house. Yeah.
Like whip it and
Yep. So like the handles like really cool looking, and they're all different colors and stuff. And we'll just both have 2 swords, just whip them open and just go at it, dude. It's so fun. We've broken so many of them.
it's like Leonardo.
Oh yeah, it's such a good time. She loves
cool.
them.
That's awesome.
It's
Dude,
so
I need to
fun.
get me a 3D printer.
Dude, it's so much fun.
I think it's one of those things where it's like I don't think I'd use it that much, but then I think the minute I got it, I'd be like, oh,
There's so many
How-
applications.
How
and
much
everything
is
I printed.
the
get mad.
product?
The
Like,
filament?
yeah.
1 kilo's like on average between I'd say between $17 and $30.
Right.
And how much will 1 kilo make you?
Quite a bit.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get mad because I don't have enough time to print a bunch of stuff.
But the thing is, it's funny. You have to mentally say I can because the printer's doing everything.
Right,
So you
but
can be
I'm
like,
still-
go, and it could take a couple days.
I'm
or
so
whatever, or a few hours.
OCD about that thing, making sure it's 100% on. Like it's taking the time, and I'll get somewhere, and I come back, and everything's off again. I'm like, gosh, dang it! So then I'll get
We
it
just gotta
on.
fine tune it, you know.
I've been working on it, but I just need a solid couple hours to just dial it in, and I don't. It's like a half hour here, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's so funny because I'll print something and immediately Scarlett's like, "Is this for me?" And I'm like, "No, this one's mine. Go away."
Alden wants me.
Will you
3D
make
print
me
everything.
one? I'm like, yes, fine. She wants them all.
Awesome. That's awesome.
That's cool.
And then just the dog being dumb, like I told you earlier.
Oh, the
Snoring all
breathing.
the time and just looking like Buzz Lightyear.
So- Sorry, on the pet thing. So my mom, her cat that she's had forever is kind of showing signs of
Yeah.
being near the end, and she was saying she's like, I just don't. She's like, I would need someone to come with me to the vet to put her down just for moral support. And so my sister, out of curiosity, looked it up and found this place that'll come to your house to do it.
Yeah.
And so my mom though, she's like, okay, she's like, because then I asked the question, I was like, well, not to sound morbid, but what do you do with the body afterwards? She's like, well, she's like, I'd want to bury her here and everything. She's like, I've got an old cooler. I'm like, you're not burying a plastic cooler out in the yard. Like that's
You'd be
Oh, look,
surprised.
it's a time capsule.
right, exactly.
It's just a tiny skeleton
You'd be
here.
surprised.
What
do
have
you
you
mean?
buried things in?
I haven't buried anything.
Oh.
Then
There
why,
was,
what are we
I
surprised
have.
about?
So my brother-in-law, the house that they bought, they were in the backyard digging up like for gardens and everything, and they would find, I think they found one was a cooler. They found old kennels, and they
With dead
opened it up.
bodies?
Oh, there was cats. They found like 7 dead cats buried in their backyard.
Jeez, serial killer.
Wow.
Yeah, the previous owner would just, cat would die. He'd take it out in the backyard, bury it.
I made this suggestion. I was like, what if we just go down to the local like UPS store, buy a nice packing box, and then we can even have the kids like decorate it and everything and make it just
Start it on fire.
Or you just kick them in the hole.
When we put down,
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
when we put down
No, I'm just
Nikki,
kidding. I
they
put 'em
gave
in a
they
box.
gave us a box
Yeah.
and we buried her in it.
I put them in a box and make them look nice.
Send the cat off to Valhalla,
Hey, I've got a question.
streaming down the river, and
we
set
do
it on
live by that
fire.
canal. We'll send her down
Yeah.
the canal.
Oh heck yeah, dude! Flame and arrow, that'd be dope.
I would love to
That'd be
go that way.
sick.
I think
With sage, you can cremate them, and then you can put some of their ashes in a shotgun shell. So if you go out hunting, because she's my bird dog,
oh, that's cool.
go shoot. Go shoot.
Kill a bird with her.
Well, I mean, there'd be pellets in there too, but yeah, she'd be with me in spirit.
And in that bird.
Ow.
She'd be with you in
I
spirit.
wouldn't eat that
once.
bird.
Peppery. Tastes a little weird.
Tastes like a
Little gamey.
tuba.
Little gamey.
Oh, sorry. That's-
That's too much.
That's the line right there.
Oh, that's
Tuma.
sad.
It's not a tuba.
So put her in a cardboard box and a bunch of
What's in the box?
seed to like sprout a tree.
There you go. I've seen they do that with people now.
Yeah, they do that with people now.
I don't know. So
I've
I
heard that's
got
a-
a question.
Is that real? I've
Yeah.
heard back and
Yeah, I
forth.
think it is.
Oh yeah, 100%.
They plant a tree on you.
They put the body in like this weird planter bulb thing, and they bury you, and the seeds grow from that. So the roots are going to eventually go through your
They
body.
feed off of you.
What if it's like a slow pain? What if you're like
What if you're
in
still
the
alive?
afterlife? You're like
Dude.
still. You're like ah.
1,000 years from now, people are like
I'm just
digging
kidding.
these archaeological sites, and there are like, all these people in trees. What happened?
The people trees.
Yeah, there's like teeth.
What if
in it.
mutates into a weird
Scared
tree
of trees
that's
for
like
the
kind
rest
of
of their
alive?
life. Don't want to go near 'em.
They're like meat eater trees, carnivore trees. You walk by it, tries to eat you.
This sounds like a Stephen King
I'm
book.
telling you, that's freaking weird.
It sounds like something for the future to worry about.
They are.
So I've got a real question to ask. Not that questions aren't real, but a deep question. That's the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
So, and this is like how I've always felt and I don't know if it's just a me thing or if other people can kind of relate, but in my life, I've seen a few dead people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like at a funeral?
Yeah,
Okay.
funeral, or even like when we had to put Stella down, and it is like the weirdest thing. But when they stop breathing, or if they're in a casket or whatever, I don't know what it is, but it's not them.
Yup.
It's just a hollow shell. That's the
Correct.
thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. 100%.
And so like it's so weird because like when we went to put Stella down, that was one of the hardest days of my life, and it was just like we're holding her, and they put her to sleep, and then all of a sudden her heart stopped beating, and then it was just like she took her last breath, and
It's just a meat puppet at that point.
then you were just like, well, then she's gone, like that, like not like obviously she passed, but it was just like her soul was gone.
Yeah. That's
Like,
one of the
yeah.
biggest like
right.
testaments to me that we are more than just a body,
Yeah,
because they are not the same thing.
yeah, and
Like-
it's so weird how you can feel it.
Right.
Well, so as you all know, Shaylee's dad passed away
Yeah,
a few weeks ago. And yeah, like at the funeral, you look at him at the funeral and I'm like, you look like a wax doll.
Yeah.
Like he's not here. This funeral is not for him, obviously it's for us, for closure, whatever. But like that's why I'm so weird about funerals. I'm like, they're not here. I'm like,
I remember
they're not there. This is not him.
Yeah.
Oh.
I remember at a very young age.
He'll
I
be
went
back,
to my
but he's not there
grandfather-
now.
Yeah. At a very young age, I went to my grandfather's funeral, and I remember that was the first time I'd ever seen an open casket, and I was just like, one, bewildered, shocked, but it was also just like, I don't know why they do that. Like that's not him. Like why is the casket even open? Like who needs closure with that? Like that it
Right.
just drove me nuts as a kid.
It's like you have to be sure that that they're
yeah,
gone.
oh, nope, they're dead.
I have a hard time with funerals, man. Intrusive thoughts. Everybody's like, "Oh, they look so good." I'm like, "Bullshit."
Dude,
you know what I
for
mean?
real.
I'm like, "No, they don't."
I'm like, they look like there's
like
like
they-
a lot of makeup on.
they pulled the skin clear back. It's just not that person. It's a shell. It's a
Yeah.
shell. Just have a closed casket.
But
I
it
don't
also
even want
shows
a casket, man. Burn me up.
That's
it
what I'm
also
saying.
shows
Ash.
how much of you is like in the soul. Like
Yes, that's who you are.
right?
Yes.
It's so crazy to like
I feel like
it almost becomes like a lump of clay that God just created for a soul to reside
Come
in.
on, Golem.
Yeah, no,
You know
for
what?
real.
If they demand that I have an open casket, I hope they don't do any embalming. It's just a rotting flesh. Ew. It's like, oh yeah, no, he
You'd be
looked like
bloating. You're like, all those
as you get
gases.
close to the door to walk into the
real
mortuary, you're like, what the hell is that smell? That's awesome.
It's not authentic.
I
didn't want embalming.
I already told Lisa I want to be cremated. It's just easy.
Oh yeah, man.
Just cremate me.
Cremate me, turn me into a tree, turn me into a
Well, my
firework.
dad got after me and he's like, "You're not supposed to do that." I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "Well, he goes, it's disrespectful." I'm like, "No, it's not." No.
It's disrespectful to
Well,
get
it's also
cremated.
like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like you don't think God can re-put together a body that was burned.
Right.
I think that's maybe where he's going with
Well,
it.
yeah, but it's like you don't think God can just do that.
No.
Like
It's like
he
you-
made
you-
you from nothing. How
you come
like,
back
can't
with a
just put
perfect
you-
Well, he
body.
didn't make you from nothing. Something has to come
You
from
come back to
True,
a perfect
but
body.
still.
It doesn't matter how you left that body.
Yeah.
So it's like that body can be ash, and you're still coming back.
I'm gonna give him a
It's like,
giant
what about people
jigsaw
who
puzzle.
die by accident
me in
in
the
a
wind.
fire or something like
Yeah.
that? Like,
Yeah, you're screwed. Just stay away from the fire.
Anyway, oh man, anything else? Any last bits?
nothing important.
Ed studio looks great.
Much it.
Thanks.
Yeah, new
Looks
studio.
So
It's
great.
freaking awesome.
Like I said, we're probably running into some sort of technical issue that we'll find out later and be like, "Oh no, we didn't do this." But we'll figure it out.
That's right. Bear with us.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to call it good on this one. We're going to record another one tonight where we're going to be reacting to a whole bunch of Instagram reels that we shared to a private group chat.
That's right. Very negatively.
Oh, yeah. And it's going to be
We're going to be
Tear 'em
exactly the
apart.
thing we said we hate at the beginning of this episode.
we're going to be very contradictory. We're going to do that.
We're gonna be dicks.
And I hope you guys tune in next week for it because I think it's going to be absolutely hilarious. But as always, thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys here next time.
Ciao.
Love you guys.
Arrivederci.
And thanks for being part of this crowd.
Bye bye.